Okay, welcome everybody to Chef and Son. I am Chef Kyle Hires, and this is my wonderful assistant. What's your name? Blake. All right, so today we're going to be making for you guys some gluten-free chocolate chip cookies. For those, we're going to add a little bit of almond flour. What else do we have over there, Chef Blake?
Brown sugar, eggs, coconut, vanilla, butter.
All right.
And baking soda and
Baking soda and salt. So we have the brown sugar, coconut oil. We have some white chocolate chips and some regular chocolate chips, and some almonds, or actually some walnuts that Daddy's going to toast and make taste a little bit better.
That was good on the granola bar.
Oh yes. All right. So this time we're using walnuts. All right, Blake. So you're going to help me out today. I'm going to go ahead and get our mixer started. And if you don't have this is called a KitchenAid mixer. But if you don't have a KitchenAid mixer, you can use what's called a hand mixer or a hand blender. All right, so our first step is we're gonna blend our butter. So I'm actually using a Country Crock plant-based butter made with avocado oil and a couple other things. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that in. And parents, something that you can do if you're working with your kids, which now that school is out. Excuse you. It's okay. All right, that happens sometimes. All right, now that school is out, parents, you get these pre-measured ingredients and go ahead and have your kids just help you out. So we have a half a cup of butter, and then we have about a quarter cup of coconut oil. The coconut oil can be room temperature as well as the butter if you have it softened. You can use real butter in this case if you need to.
Excuse me, Dad.
Okay, yes, sir.
Man, I'll please lick that.
No, you're not going to lick that. All right, so Blake, if you can be ever so kind to add the brown sugar into the bowl. It's right here. So if you can go ahead and add the brown sugar. And I'm glad you washed your hands earlier. Don't be scared. Line it up all the way. All right, very good. So that brown sugar we packed, remember we packed it tight in there. Okay, so you set it here. So now that it's getting mixed in and it's getting incorporated, okay?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna make sure that we get the speed going so that it mixes a little bit better. All right, so you let that go for a few minutes. All right, Blake, so while that's going, all right, you're going to get ready to add the vanilla and the eggs. In here. Where else would you add them, bud? All right. No, not in there. So that's actually not a bad idea. In here, you can go ahead and add the salt and the baking soda to that with the almond flour. All right. Yep, you can go ahead and just put it on the top. You don't have to mix it in. So what I'm doing, Blake, I'm just toasting the walnuts, and I have a pan on low. Very good, sir. I have a pan on low right now on the stove, and once that pan, you can start smelling the walnuts. They'll smell real nice. All right, so you smell them right now? Actually, right now you're smelling the vanilla and the almond flour right now. Okay, so those are giving off some natural smells. All right. So I have my knife and my cutting board out, Blake, because I'm going to cut up the walnuts. So they're not too big like Mommy likes them, but how they're going to be a little bit smaller how we like them. All right, so remember whenever you're working with a cutting board and a knife, you always want to put a damp towel underneath to keep your board from sliding. All right, so we have that. And in the meantime, Blake, if you can take one of our pans that we're going to use for our cookies. All right, we're making actually what we call Blakey's. And when Blake was really little, I would make cookies that he can hold in his hand.
That's my nickname.
So instead of having the really small ones, I made big ones. I made these that they were a little bit more bite-sized form. So just spray this up and down in a straight line until all the holes get filled. All right, you can do it. Okay, here's the point the red part. You can't be scared to work in the kitchen. Okay, your turn. Press the button into the hole. In the actual hole. Aim fire. Ready, aim fire. Come on, keep going. You got it. All right, so we're going to pick up the pace and the efficiency a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you were aiming at, bud. So this is one thing that you can do is hold the pan straight up, right? So the spray is actually going here. All right, so you'll learn that as you get older and as you work in the kitchen a little bit longer. All right, so that's okay, bud. You learn those things as you become a better chef. Okay. So I know you laughed at me earlier, Blake, when I put the almond flour on this paper. Come back over here. All right, when I put the almond flour on this paper, You're so silly. All right, man, you're just cabin fever, huh? Yeah, you need to get outside. All right, so we put it on this paper so that it's easier to go into this bowl, okay? Because if it was in another bowl, it would be hard to control where it went. So we put it in this paper so I can control the paper and make a small tunnel right into it. All right, so come check this out, dude. All right, so now it's gotten a little softer, okay? And you still have some brown sugar right there. No, you don't want to lick this yet. All right, it's not a cookie yet. All right, so you just scoop that off, get that in, and you wipe down your sides, because otherwise that stuff's not going to mix into the cookies, and then we're just going to have butter attached to our cookies.
Ew.
And coconut oil, exactly.
That's gross.
All right, that is kind of gross. All right, so we're going to get that down in here. All right, add this back this way. And once we get that down, we got that. Okay, so go ahead and add the vanilla. And I can turn this on low. Just add it in, all of it. Okay, good. There you go. Perfect. It's okay. Good catch. Good catch. All right, so that's why Daddy has it.
With the cup.
Yeah, Daddy would have pulled the cups out. But yeah, all right, so now you grab the eggs by the handle, and we already went ahead and cracked those eggs. So parents, this is something you can do for your kids to have this done in advance.
First, crack the eggs.
Crack the eggs, all right, as opposed to letting them crack the eggs. Come closer. Okay, there you go. All right, so he add the eggs in. Go ahead and put it with our other cups in our trash bowl over there. All right, good job. So you got that, bro? Ah, it's okay. We'll keep it over there for now. All right, so once you get all that stuff in, Blake, you can pick up the pace. The pace, the speed, okay? That's some of the vocabulary you'll learn while we're home together. You want to go 10 real quick to see what it looks like? All right, so we turn it back down because you want to have control. All right, just like when you're doing your capoeira.
Okay, then it'll splatter.
It'll splatter everywhere, exactly. All right, so you want to have self-control and you want to have control of it. It does look good. It's getting there. It's almost ready. Can you get Daddy a napkin, please? I got a little bit on my finger. Okay. Then we're going to wash our hands after we get everything mixed in. So the thing with the flour, Blake, when we add it, you said if we had it on 10, it'd fly everywhere, right?
Yes.
Okay, so with the flour, we definitely want to have it on low. Thank you, sir. We definitely want to have it on low because it will fly everywhere, even if it's too fast on like 5. Okay, so we'll do it like that, and then I'm going to show you my little trick that I told you about. All right, so you grab it here, and then I just create a tunnel.
Oh,
and I add a little bit at a time.
I see it now.
Just give it a little shake.
That thing's gonna shake.
Yeah. And then you can pinch the top, and then you can hold the bottom.
It's like a bag of cereal.
It's like a bag of cereal. Attaboy, there you go. All right, so I just add a little bit more, a little bit more.
For breakfast this morning.
What you had for breakfast this morning? Yeah, Daddy didn't feel like cooking this morning. All right, so you can speed it up just a little bit till it gets mixed in. Turn it back down, and then get a little bit more in. Once you get it all in, then you can speed up one more time. But once it's mixed together, now don't go that fast. You don't want to go to 10. All right, let's have self-control. But you don't go right to 8, okay? You go to 8 a little bit at a time, right? So that's what's going on with this generation. You guys want to go fast all the time. Sometimes you have to take your time getting there. Come on, let's see what you do. Don't go right to 6. Slowly go to 6. There you go. All right, good. All right, so it's getting mixed in pretty good.
It's getting a little faster.
All right, so go ahead and turn it off real quick. So we got to stir those sides down some. All right, so when we do that, we come around here. We clean that off so that everything gets mixed in, because guess what we're getting ready to add now, baby?
Chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips, yes sir, and white chocolate chips. And then...
How about we do a whole bowl?
Oh, we're definitely doing the whole bowl. Yeah, that's why I put them in there, because we're doing that whole bowl. All right, so also Daddy has to go get his toasted pecans or toasted walnuts off of the stove so that they don't burn. And if they do, it's okay. You know, we'll just have to throw them out and not use them. And you don't have to use them. It's just optional. Okay, so we got that.
Trigger the fire.
Oh no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to trigger the fire alarm. Okay, but thanks for your safety, sir. Okay, so we got the sides cleaned off pretty well. All right, and Daddy's gonna throw some of this stuff over. All right, Blake, you can go ahead and add in. I'm gonna put it on.
Chocolate chips.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on a slow spin, and you can make sure they all get in there. Not in your mouth yet, buddy.
Oh. Well, I have one early.
Oh, did you?
Yes, so we don't need to worry about it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Slick.
Okay, I poured all them.
All right, good job, man.
Chocolate candy.
All right.
It smells like cookies.
Yeah. All right, so we got this, and these are our toasted walnuts. And we're gonna get those in a little bit.
Onto other
All right. And that's what it looks like, man. Not much. So the cool thing about this, Blake, if we want to save this for tomorrow, we could, but nah, we're gonna go ahead and eat those now. All right. So what I want you to do, sir.
Lick it.
No, don't lick it yet, because we're getting ready to have them. All right. So parents, or if you're older, you do this. You knock off all the extra batter here, and you scrape it in. Blake, you have raw eggs in here. That's why you can't lick it. What will raw eggs cause? Do you remember what we talked about?
Sickness.
Sickness. The sickness is called
Or death.
Sickness or death. Yes, that's what I tell my students. Sickness or death. Salmonella. Okay?
What's that?
Salmonella is a disease that comes from...
Like the coronavirus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's definitely going to mess you up. So some of the symptoms for salmonella will be diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, cramping, all right, and running a fever. Similar to coronavirus. You're right, son. All right, so with this now, buddy, you get to scoop. All right, so I'm going to scrape the sides one more time and get all that mixed in.
Okay, so I scooped it in the silver pan.
Yep. So if you don't have one of these pans here, you can just do these scoops about 2 to 3 inches, 1 to 2 inches apart on your pan, on a regular sheet pan.
Well, okay, right. 24 pots.
All right, let's go ahead. So what you do, you scrape it, you pull it up against the side, and you plop it in. So Daddy's going to do the ones in the far back first, all right? Because my arms are a little bit longer. It's okay. You'll be there one day.
Dad just do my tippy toes.
All right, let me see export. So scoop, fill it up, flatten it on the sides, and then put it in.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job. Good job. All right, so while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and check the oven, which should be on 350, and make sure that's preheated for us, and we'll be good to go. Before heated, that is what preheat means. Good job. Blake, guess what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to chop the walnuts up. Oh, well.
Too late.
Too late. It's all right. We'll still enjoy the cookies, won't we?
Yes.
There you go. All right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get our cookies into the oven here. All right, we have our cookies all panned up, our Blakies as we call them. All right, so we'll make sure we get our pan down. And we went ahead and did that TV magic thing where we have a pan coming out. All right, and this is actually the pan that Blake plated up for us earlier. So they are looking good, nice and golden, beautiful. All right, so now comes the hard part where we have to wait. So they go in the oven for about 11 to 13 minutes. You can call it 12 minutes if you're like me. And all right, so now our cookies are out of the oven, and we've let them cool. All right, so Blake is ready to do a taste test for us. So like I said, parents, with this, if they stick a little bit into your pan, just get a little spoon or a knife and kind of go around the edge so that you can just loosen them up. So that's kind of what I did here. Just loosen them up a little bit. All right, so I have 2 cooling racks. So what I'm going to do with the 2 cooling racks is I'm going to put one on top. And as I place it on top, I'm going to grab the other one securely on the bottom and kind of press down. And I give it a good hard flip. All right, and let's see what happens. Nice. All right, all of them except for one. All right, Blake, so that must be the chosen one that you're going to eat, sir. So there you are. And you go ahead and give it a taste and let everybody know what you think about it. Your honest opinion. Thumbs up. Awesome. It's good. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight on Cooking with Chef and Son. Tune in next time for our next episode coming to you guys next week. Probably doing breakfast for you guys again. All right. You guys have a good one. Be blessed. Stay safe. Wash your hands.